Hello. Today is today is January 10th. And ain't too much going on. It's a little bit chilling, and we got some weathering today. We got snow. So we're all snowed in, cozy, and all family oriented and stuff. Cause we're inside. And with that insideness, I am sitting back, chilling. Right now I got a little bit of a situation going on. I got my feet soaking. Let's see. All right, so we got a little bit of a situation going. Got them toes suck. I mean, what? Got them toes soaking. Look at my little shirt, y'all. It's cute. But yeah, we got a little bit of a situation. Let's see here. And then we got the other one right there. So we're gonna soak them toes. And then this is just in like Epsom salt and warm water. So we're getting them relaxed and soft and all that stuff. And then we're gonna move them over here to the massager and all that good stuff. But it makes a lot of noise, so we don't have it on until later on when it's time. But that's what I'm doing. Big chill. Okay. Okay. So, yes, today is January 10th. And so we big chilling. It's cold outside. We got some snow. And everybody is inside with their family chilling, doing whatever. So we already done have our family time. So now we're just kicking back and chilling. We done cleaned up the house. We done talked to our team, and they're good at home, safe with their family and all that good stuff. And yesterday, so this is a transparent video and a reflective video. A couple days ago, I was working on art, and she finally has a name. Took me a while to give her a name, but she finally has one. And her name is Mrs. with MRS Hurdle Turtle. Isn't she beautiful? So at first she didn't even have all this detail. So you see the skies and you see the sun. And then you see right here is textured with browns, blacks, and grays for land. And you see within the sky there is a separator. So I got a lot of blue and purple here. And then it goes to like, I think it's like some type of purple. But then I put some greenery in there to separate the skies from land. So ground level. This is far off in the distance. Still got more ground to cover. But it's a different color because that's going to be the new. This is the new waiting. And then this is the skies. And then this is the sun. And her name is Mrs. with a MRS dot period Hurdle Turtle. Took me a while to give her name, but she got one. So it takes time. So this is reflective. And this is what I was feeling. And very, very relatable. So I'm trying to be reflective and go through the motions. So this is what I was feeling. And it took time. It took time for me to give a name. And with minimalism, you take things step by step and you kind of narrow down that wideness. So it's a lot of stuff out here and we can partake in a lot of stuff. But I try to narrow mine down to see who I really am and what I truly, truly like. Because I told you sometimes we work and sometimes we're working for a reward. So this is rewarding. But I also need to go through the emotions of why did you feel this way? If you pulled it from within, you pulled it out of you. And as Jesus gave Adam the authority to name all of the animals, we have the authority to name our nature. And once we realize it, we can pull it out and name it and know what that is and how it's relatable to us and how we feel about it. So with that being said, this is Mrs. Hurdle Turtle. Again, MRS dot, and that's for a reason. Mrs. She's married to all of her commitments. MRS dot period Mrs. Hurdle Turtle. MRS dot was for a reason because she is married to all of her commitments within her journey. Now, hurdle is going to represent all of the obstacles that she has to go through because she's committed. MRS dot period. She's committed to all of the hurdles. We also know that when you are called into a hurdle or a group, you're discussing things, you're getting ready for your next plan on the ground, on the field, in the field. She's out there in the field. Hurdle Turtle. Turtle, slow and steady. We all know that taking your time, slow and steady. God don't want you to rush. That's why he gave us patience. Take your time. Turtle, slow and steady, equals the human race. So we all are in a human race with humanity to be our very best. But we are within our race. She's in her own lane. And she's glad about it. Also, turtle. This turtle has a beautiful shell. And with each casing of her shell, it represents a piece of her that is woven in as a covering. There's a heart here because she loves her journey. And within that journey, all the pieces have been put together for her covering. Here, right here, there's a flag. stripes. With his stripes, I am healed. These dots are like stars. That represents her estates that God has moved her to and from. And with each one, each light that she grasped, she took it and she put it up in the galaxy as her moonlight for her remembrance when she can't see. And notice I said for her remembrance when she can't see, because look into her eyes. There is a lot of darkness for the unknown. And we're okay with it being unknown because we're on a self-discovery journey. Those white specks in the eye, those are enlightenment along her journey. It also represents the yin and the yang. With the good comes the bad. And we're okay with that. We're okay with knowing these dark areas of the unknown so that we can enter them and be enlightened. And with that enlightenment, we keep those stars with us in each estate that God has placed us in. Now, every one of them is not filled. This one, here, some other places. Because we still got a lot of ground to cover. Now, with mastery within each obstacle and each step, this sunshine is the cheese to mastery. We all know Master Splinter, and we all know that within our mastery, with whatever we are praying for, whatever we want, there's the cheese for that mastery. And what better master than the sun? Also, turtle. We all know that turtles have a shell. This shell also represents her book bag. And what do we put in a book bag? Usually we put everything that we need. Our books is in there. A lot of learning things, stuff that we need. So that's the shell. Shell is the book bag. It's the knowledge. It's the willingness. The willingness to learn. And with that willingness to learn, it provides shelter. It's a covering. And with each journey, with this covering, with these pieces, it's woven together like that grandmother blanket. Covers us, keeps us warm. Again, Miss MRS dot period, because she is committed to her journey. Hurdle represents the obstacles in life. Turtle, slow and steady, equals the human race. Her shell is of that of a book bag. Giving knowledge and representing the willingness to learn. And that willingness to learn provides shelter, and that's her covering. She's pretty cool, but she's pretty awesome. She over here by Jack. This is the Jack of all trades. We got Batman. Spiders. This is a favorite blanket of mine. With minimalism, you try to use everything that you have to the best of your ability. And these things have to be things that you really, really like. Because you're going to care about it. If it's something you like, you're going to care about it and use it daily. So, again, back with the reward. So this was rewarding to me. But you don't keep on with the rewards because it's so much stuff out here. It can be overwhelming to your brain because you're steadily mass producing. So some of us are consumers. Well, basically, we probably all start out as consumers and then producers and then creators. We're all going to go through those stages if we want to. At this moment, I was a creator, and so I created this. But you have to be careful with creating because it can be too much. It's just like I was doing research on mass production. So within the clothing line, and check out my shirt. Like that. Carry your soul. Alright, so that's my shirt, right? And y'all know I like fashion or whatever. So I was doing research on mass production because I'm like, it's a lot of stuff out here. And then, I got to a point in life, I'm practicing minimalism, so I was getting rid of clothes all the time. And my kids, they're not going through the motions of, okay, I don't want this, so let me fold it up, place it in a bag, and let me go with my mother to go drop this stuff off. We was doing it a lot. And so I'm riding around trying to find these areas to throw these old clothes in, and me as well. I was putting stuff in there too. I'm like, this is too much. And where is all of this stuff going? Because I know I'm not the only one that grows out of clothes and then donates or over purchase stuff. And so it was like research it. I went to the third world countries and they were like, all of these creators is good. We love them, but there needs to be a balance on it because with clothes, and we're just using this as an example, but I'm pretty sure it's a lie. And we all know, even when we produce all this plastic and stuff, we don't have nowhere to put the trash, or we're not handling it properly, or we didn't think beyond mass production, what are we going to do with all of this stuff that people don't want or that can't break down? So these clothes that are being donated across the third world countries, because we can't do anything with them, so we sending them out. Do you know that these clothes are in the water over there, piled up, trash, because they don't have nowhere to put them? So we're just donating and donating and donating. The lady comes and she's like, this was all fine and dandy when we didn't have it at first. So we was using it and we get stuff donated and you know, we love it because there was a need for it. But at the wow, it kept coming. Well, see, they didn't think past, well, what about when we reach our maximum and we don't need it no more? What are we going to do with this overflow? Where is it going to go? It's in their water. It's just everywhere. They don't have nowhere to put it. It's just trash piles and trash piles and trash piles of just material. And then the science of it, he came on to speak and he was like, yes, this is a real problem. And it has always been a problem. But we mass produce all the time because it's fulfilling. But there's got to be a balance on doing this just to get the reward, or just doing this just to feel it. Well, when it's filled, then what? That has to go somewhere else, or there needs to be a stopping point or a balance. Maybe people need a demand for something instead of just mass producing it for no reason, or not thinking beyond the mass production. So this is enjoyable. I love it. But for right now, this is enough. This is enough. And so for this one painting, I will hold on to it for, let's say, 6 months, half of a year. And then I may produce another one. But let's just say I went on every week as my reward. This is what I want to do. Well, then I'm buying material, buying art. Producing art. Well, then after a while, add that up. I got a whole bunch of. And then when I get tired, because it's not rewarding anymore, because I done maxed it out, well, then where does all of this stuff go? Did I really get the fulfillment out of it? Was it really rewarding? Did I go through the emotions to receive all of what is rewarding in here? So there needs to be a balance. You need to process what you're doing, why you're doing it, why it makes you happy, and enjoy that, and then see it every time. Every time. So I'm going to keep Miss Hurdle Turtle for a while before I produce another one. My blanket. Now, we blanket people in this house. So like every occasion, we be ready to go out and go get us a blanket because it's comforting. We can be like the character of Charlie Brown. I think his name was Lionel, that carried around that blanket all the time because it's comforting and I'm covered. It's soothing. Well, we had to stop doing that. You pick you that 1 to 2 blankets a year and you're going to keep it until it falls into shreds. But it better be your favorite blanket. Don't just go out and purchase it just because we was there and it was something to do, or because it was once an old tradition, but now it's time to move past that tradition. because it's getting a little bit cluttery and we need to break stuff down and condense stuff, because really we don't have it like that to be going out every season to go and get something to comfort us. Oh, it's new. I need this. No, enjoy what you have and bring the most out of it. And then when it's time to let it go, it's time to let it go, because you have enjoyed the most out of it and got the full meaning and understanding of it. And once you have, you won't need it anymore, because it's going to be with you everywhere you go. And I have to practice this every day. I don't just practice it and then put it down. I've been practicing this for a long time. And I struggle with it every day. But then I start getting reminders like, whoa, don't do that. Think about what you're doing. And then sometimes I'll be like, I'm cheating today. I'm coming off this fast today, honey. And then I'll, but it's a process. So it is what it is. Miss Hurdle Turtle. So we getting over these hurdles. Miss Slow and Steady. Okay, so I like to drink tea and coffee because it helps with my throat and I just like it. But I do have to watch caffeine levels because I be bouncing off the wall. For one thing, I already have a lot of energy, so I don't know why I just be drinking coffee and it's got a lot of caffeine in it. But it's just a habit. So I try to use tea, and tea does have caffeine in it as well. But I try with tea, I don't be adding all that extra stuff that I do with coffee. So I have to switch back and forth. So now I'm on the tea. Ain't no sugar in here. It's straight tea. Kudos for me. But within what you're praying on, that passion for Christ, meaning more of him and less of me, you have to find that passion in everything. So within my tea that is not how it used to be with all that other stuff in it, or my coffee, or maybe I have to drink water, or whatever the case may be, we have 2 coasters. This is a lemon, and this is a watermelon. And of course, they have names. Let's start with the watermelon. The name of this coaster, and a coaster has multiple uses. Need to move some furniture and don't want to scratch up your floor? Put this underneath there, slide it. Anything you need to set on her, you can. Cover something up, boom. Set something on there, boom. It's a protector to not damage certain surfaces. And it's cute. So, honeydew. Yeah, it's a watermelon, but it is called honeydew melon. Honeydew melon. And I bet you a lot of people like, why? It's a watermelon. Why is she calling it honeydew melon? Because it's a reminder. Honey, did you do your water today? And there's the seeds for the watermelon. the lemon. Excuse my French. This one has a name. Sow our lemon. We know sow, those seeds of commitment. Our, when we spending time with Jesus, well, there's different times. Here in the world, 365 days. You got enough time to do this, do that. We usually work Monday through Friday, whatever, that type of thing. That is a measurement to keep us organized, balanced, checks and balances. That's what that measurement is for. But we know depending on where you are, there's different time zones and everything. So everybody's schedule can be different. People got different lives or whatever. But it's only a measurement scale that helps us. So with Christ, I go by, with my relationship with Christ, hours and minutes. Within those minutes, I'm praying, having a conversation with God and what I need to do and those type of things. Those are minutes that add up to a great hour that we own with our relationship. So, our lemon. And we know when the world gives us something sour, we get ready. Lemonade. Hello. So our minutes within our journey that will add up with God. And anytime we're in a midnight hour, we can praise Him through. Because those minutes that we took with Him, they gonna add up. And we gonna own it because it's gonna be ours. And we're gonna take that lemon and with those seeds that we sowed, we're gonna make lemonade. Also, there's only two of them. Minimalism. Everybody in the house can utilize them. If all of us have a cup at the time, then, only 2 people gonna be able to use this. And that's okay. Find something else to use. Put a paper towel underneath the cup or drink it and put it in the dish drain so it don't be laying around. But only 2. Also, they're in the shape of a circle for a reason. And they're wood for a reason. I love wood. Because my Jesus, he's a carpenter. And we all know why I chose a lemon. Well, we don't all know, but I'm going to show you why I chose a lemon. If you didn't know it was lemon, you would probably think it was a wheel. And what we know about a wheel, Jesus is our wheel in the middle of a wheel. And see, I got 2. I got a family life to balance. And I have a career. just now took my wheel in the middle of a wheel. It's just little knickknacks like this that keep me grounded and keep me focused. And it's a constant reminder, and it's a cute reminder. Coasters. And I'm sure you're like, where did she get these little wood circle things? I mean, she probably done went out and bought some wood and done cut it up. Ain't no telling what she done did to get this. These came from a candle, and y'all know I like candles. So what did I do? I took the top of my candles, and these happen to be wood. Now the other ones I can't use because they're made of different material. But these happen to be wood, and I took it and I kept them and I transformed it. So sometimes you can take somebody else's art and turn it into yours. Being resourceful, keeping it at a momentum. The power of alchemy. But you gotta have a balance on alchemy, because if you start transforming energy and things all the time, sometimes somebody can bring you nothing and you done turned it into something. They can bring you drama, which was nothing, and you be done turned it into something else. No. Balance alchemy. Transform what needs to be transformed. And what doesn't, simply leave it as is. But it is ultimately your choice. There is no wrong answer, because you got to learn the checks and balances. So what better way than to mess it up? But this is just the little techniques around the house that I use to connect with my seeds. So no, we don't do everything traditional. Sometimes we have to come out of tradition and do things just a little bit differently so that we can connect with the younger generation, because they speak a different language than we do. So you have to go and move a different way to be able to unlock them and be transparent. And along my journey, I was thankful enough to be able to learn Now I've learned a lot. I got me a little background going up. Something simple. I didn't go out and purchase nothing. I simply use something that I truly, truly like, and something that I use daily. This is my jack-o'-lantern, the jack of all trades. And of course, you know I gotta have some crosses somewhere. These tombstones are monuments. Just a reminder of things. But we don't worship monuments. They're just simple, just remembrance things. Look at the cross. So awesome. Spiders. And that's just so simple because sometimes we can get caught up in webs, sending out wrong vibrations, jumping up to the wrong vibration, and ended up being somebody's snack. So be careful of the webs that you get caught up into because everything carries a vibration. And who don't love Batman? Look at my bats. You know I'm a fan of Batman because I'm a vampire. I am a true vampire. My mother is a vampire. She a vamp. And what I mean by a vampire is, you know, that's usually the shift that we probably worked or we just up working all the way around the clock. And that's me. And of course, I'm a cat lover for a reason. I love cats. And also that cat represents the rule of Catholic. The Catholic rule. And you gotta stay happy. Gotta stay happy. Also look at my cat, you guys. Look at the cat. You see the monkey tail on the cat? Yes, I also study various religions because Jesus didn't just go to one tribe. He visited all of them. And it was a purpose why he visited all of them. Because he had to take that information to God. And then after he took that information to God, he was able to let them know, hey, you probably need to do it this way. You probably need to do it this way and this, and that. He was a helper. And how can we just say that he just visited one tribe? If he just visited one tribe, we will all be doomed because all of us are different. That means he will only favor one tribe and none of us would have his teachings or anything. So he traveled around to different tribes and learned stuff and taught them stuff. When they taught him stuff, he was able to see their discrepancy and see why God wasn't in some of this stuff and tell them that, hey, you probably need to put God in there and then this will work this way. So he visited all tribes. So I study different things. So Buddha, Hinduism, Judaism, Catholic rule, Christianity. Look at my cat. Look at his tail. That's the monkey's tail. And we all know a monk studies. Look at the tail. It's a cane. It's wisdom from the life and the journey that you live and you studied and you went on self-discovery. It then becomes a cane. And what do people use a cane for? Balance and stability. But we know in Christianity, we are not the tail. We are the head. But just like a dog wags its tail, it tells a story. And it also is there to keep a balance. Happy Halloween. For we respect the dead because the dead knows the truth. It knows our truth. And what I mean by the dead knows the truth is that when you look back on your story, you realized who you are and who you are not. And those old things are passed away. So when you look back and you look at that monkey tail, you know that those old things are passed away. That is no longer you. So you are the head. So I thank God for my journey. And I thank God for my monument. I don't worship it, but it is a reminder. Now, I got something, some more art. Also, I've been learning reflective. This is a reflective moment. So I did a video and I had my little instruments, Pandora was playing in the back, and I was like, yeah, it ain't got no words, so it ain't gonna get copyright. What? Thank God I'm not profitable. But you can't do that. You have to find stuff that is copywritten free. And I thought just because it didn't have no words. But no. But I'm learning. So it's a process. Even with the things I wear, people like, she always got a hoodie on or a shirt. Yes, I do, because I don't want to show too much. I don't want to do too much. So this is good for me. I'm good being covered. To each his own. Now, y'all know we dealing with that seed. And we on Jesus' tree. That tree represents growth and the tree of life. The fruit. I wrote this January 31 in 2024. And it reads, title. This is the title. January 31, 2024. Describe how the apple gave the green light. The grass is not green, is her. ABC, the stem snaps from the tree. Looking at the apple in hand, tossed from right to left with portion grip. Surfacing her spear with smooth skin, her crevice deepened like a belly button upon her crown. Her sides expand to her lower end, not missing the feel of her dimple to rest her stand. A wonder to guess her deep-rooted greed, stem, skin, flesh, seed. Lord knows I tried to do good deeds. Fruity or sweet, her bear is to know. Covered she is, don't fall too far, only the leaves must go. You face my eyes. Okay, let's start over. Because I done got lost in the sauce. Okay, I wrote this January 31st, 2024. Describe how the apple gave the green light. The grass is not green as her. ABC, the stem snaps from the tree. Looking at the apple in hand, tossed from right to left, with portion grip surfacing her spear, with the smooth skin, her crevice deepened like a belly button upon her crown. Her sides expand to her lower end, not missing the feel of her dimple to rest her stand. A wonder to guess her deep-rooted greed, stem, skin, flesh, seed. Lord knows I tried to do good deeds. Fruity or sweet, her bear is to know. Covered she is. Don't fall too far, only the leaves must go. You face my eyes and punish my soul, like a teacher cropping for her little one to grow. On the desk or high in the tree, your reach is my pleasure, just don't get soft on me. Bruised or brown, your colors are sound. Reap, reap, don't look, the bookworm knows the cook. Lay under the tree, listen for the orchard sprout out to thee. Into the forest, no white's the dream. Don't dwarf the intimacy. Mirror, mirror on the wall, why did my tree deny Paul Bunyan's flaw? A giant he is to your small. I'm not his peach. Call Thor's hammer to spite his feet. Slow the ox at his creep. This green apple is one of a sheep. One sheep, two sheep, three. Careful, little boy blue. This apple is not in breach. For this apple rests at the master's feet. Green is her, not on her side, but with every step planted, her growth provide. Crunch, slurp, and crunch once more. The persistence I can't ignore. Flavor dreams of apple observe my bud. Blossom, honey crisp, gala, my golden delicious, with wisdom of Granny Smith. With no deny of the pink lady, red and delicious, candy apple, the Macintosh, also empire. Variety, that's their names. Fruity, but we are not the same. My core, but we are not the same. My core, forgive my tongue, in and out, all about. Cherry stem, I can do without. Finish the alphabet. A storm is head. Crook letter, Apple, I. I, the priestess, don't lie. Fed and full, no kiss to wake. The apple pie is ready. I'm the Lord's dinner plate. The midnight hour will be here? No. Wait. Long sigh. It's my fate. Hugs and kisses. Miss Hurdle Turtle.